Texas lawmakers took up a trio of bills mostly aimed at strengthening some of the strictest abortion laws in our country.
But one bill is intended to clarify when doctors can perform an abortion during an emergency, a situation that some doctors say has been murky. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel live with a look at the laws being considered. Casey.
Yes, Steve, two of these bills are brand new that were up for discussion today in the Texas Senate. One clarifies, as you said, an existing law that was put on the books about 3 years ago when Texas passed that near total abortion ban, making it one of the most restrictive policies in the entire country.
When the Texas Heartbeat Act was established in 2021, medical professionals across the Lone Star State claimed it muddied the waters on what constituted a medical emergency, allowing an abortion to be performed legally and without repercussion.
This will protect doctors in civil suits. It will protect them in criminal prosecution as well as any discipline from the medical board.
The Senate Bill 31, dubbed Life of the Mother Act, seeks to get clinicians on the same page. It also comes after the news outlet ProPublica reported on 3 Texas women, including 28-year-old Jocelyn Barnica, who died after not receiving critical care during miscarriages.
The intent of this bill is to remove any excuse from a doctor or a hospital treating a mom, for example, with an ectopic pregnancy or a mom who's suffered a miscarriage or situations like that, to remove any question, any hesitation.
Also in committee on Thursday, SB 33 and SB 2880 were debated. 33 is to close loopholes that supporters say some cities have exploited, using public funds to support out-of-state abortion travel.
SB 33 bans the logistical support, which includes child care, transportation to or from abortion providers, lodging, and meals. Overall, Senate Bill 33 ensures that, local governments comply with Texas pro-life laws.
2880 would implement criminal penalties for people and organizations who fund others' abortions. It also aims to crack down on those who mail abortion-inducing medications into the state.
This is more about control than it is about protecting people or protecting their health or protecting life.
Reaction to the bills drawing swift criticism from many women's health advocacy groups. Denise Rodriguez works for Texas Equal Access Fund, an organization funded through private donors, which helps Texas women get access to abortions in other states. Under the new legislation, she and her group could be prosecuted.
Anybody who is thought to have helped somebody access care, like somebody who gave somebody a ride to the airport, somebody who helped them pay for the procedure or facilitated in some way.
She accuses some lawmakers of intentionally disguising pieces of the legislation to avoid a bigger fuss.
It is a political Trojan horse. It's being marketed as a way to provide clarity for physicians and hospitals to be able to provide emergency medical care for pregnant Texans who are facing emergencies, but it doesn't do that.
Senate Bill 31, by the way, does have support from the Texas Medical Association, although right now it is unclear in terms of a timeline on when these could possibly be voted for, or if there has been any indication at all whether they will pass the House. Abortion legislation has been a top priority in previous legislative sessions.